team had on Thursday was first, the guards were getting too close to the three-point line. And I think Coach said it a couple times. He wanted the passes to happen further out. Because what that does, it allows these defenders to guard more people without really having to move too much. And the whole point of him saying you guys should be passing the ball fast is because those fast passes are going to make the defenders have to move. They're going to get tired and or they're going to make a mistake. So Everett, go to the you go to your regular position on this in the zone. And when I say your regular position, I'm only going to say regular position for Thursday, because you, based on what I know about your game last year anyway, you operate better along the baseline. Do you agree with that? Okay. Stone operates better up here, and that's just more comfortability. Could be just the way we were taught as players, whatever. But this is just what I know, and that's just where you were put in middle school. So, did you get a chance to watch the film? Okay, a little bit of it. Okay, go back and watch the times. So a couple issues. Let me just start from the beginning. You have the guards getting in here too close. That means that these guards here can stand kind of in the middle. And what was happening is, as these guards pinched to guard the middle like this, okay, the guard here can't come in here and then try and make you a bounce pass, right? It happened 3 or 4 times, and the ball would just get stolen, okay? So a better way would be to Stone, go to the wing, get rid of that ball. Stormy, come over here, help me. Go over here on this side, on this wing. Yep, right there, okay? So as the ball goes here, the ball's passed, right? This defender has got to move, right? So he comes over to help. You got this guy, right, who's now going to probably be on your back. And this happened multiple times in the game where the ball would go here, the defender would push out, and then Stone, I want you to throw the ball into Everett. Okay, so this guy's on your back, right? You got him sealed. This pass right here, and the first thing would happen is you would turn and throw it right back out. Okay? Not bad, because coach told you guys you need to move the ball quickly. But look what you have when you catch this ball, right? Because this big was nowhere to be found. He was all the way back underneath the basket because he wasn't playing his proper defense. He had no business being down here. So if he had been where he was supposed to be, which was up, because he didn't have anybody in his area of responsibility, you wouldn't know that because you never looked. So, and I'm not picking on you, I want you to understand that in this moment, you should have had 30 points on Thursday. That's how wide open you were. So when you catch it now, you go out and be the guard at the top. I'll be here, right? So the ball's here, these guards are pinched on me, the ball gets swung, however many times it gets swung, right? I now have him sealed. As the pass comes in, you're big. Your guards have to do a better job of throwing to the hand at which you're putting up, right? If I put the hand down low like this is where I want the pass. I taught you guys, when you first started coming in here, we're talking about posting up. We're in the post. If I put my hand right here like this, that means that, hey, guard, I want you to throw it to that hand. So what was happening is you're here, your hands are here like this. You have your hands up. You're doing the right thing. And then they try and throw you a bounce pass, which you're, 1, not ready for, and 2, it's not available. So as the ball goes from there to Stone, and I have this guy sealed, as Stone throws it up to me, I now need to turn and see what we have going on. You did a good job once you got the ball being strong. We're getting better at not bringing the ball down because these guards have no business playing with you guys because you're just so much bigger. So as you seal them and you catch it, you need to take a turn and look and see what you got. If the guy's there, now Stormy, move down just a little bit. As I catch it from Stone, I can turn and look to see if I got a bucket, or if I can go to the bucket, if I can shoot, or I kick opposite to the guard on that side. Look what that just made the defender do. This defender comes to guard me because I have the ball and I can score. Who's going to guard her? Well, this guy. Okay. So this guy is now going to step up. It might not be his responsibility to fully guard her. What he's going to do, he's going to jab and slow her down so that that defender can get back. What does that do? Stone, go play the baseline guy. Now, the baseline guy is flashing to the ball that you just threw here. He's got, not, you have two guys that have to, well, three that have to guard three, but they're out of position. So as Stone comes across the post here, this guard has, this forward has stepped up so that this guy can get back. As that action's happening, Stone, go to the baseline. On that, with the block, short corner on that side. He's coming back, okay, to guard Stormy. This guy's caught in the middle. If Stormy can get a pass to Stone, even if it's a short corner, so this guy's here, Stormy, take a dribble that way, and throw it to Stone, and stop. Now, who's he guarding? Where are you? Who's guarding you? Right? Nobody is in the middle to guard you because you made the defense move. So as we catch it, and you have a wide open shot, it's a bucket. I know you've been working on your jump shot. Your dad's told me you work on it all day, every day. You're focused on that hand, and I get it. But right now, you're kind of caught in your head. Remember last season, in the middle of the season, I was like, I want to work on your shot, but I don't want to mess with it in the middle of the season because I don't want your head to be all messed up about it. That's what's happening right now, right? Your head's all, every time you go to shoot, you're like, oh, wait, I want to do it the right way. And then you don't do it anyway. So you'll get over that, and that'll happen. So as you catch, it's a shot or it's a dribble and make him guard you. Or, well, right, if he's there. So, or as you go to reverse it there, that action made all the defenders move. This guy's ultimately going to be the one that's going to have to come get you. Because if Stone catches it, this guy is going to go back up to the free throw line. This guy's got to go here, right? This guy, who, shame on him, wasn't on midline because he's a dummy and can't move until I move him. He should have already been over here. He's got to come all the way over here to get you. Well, what if this guard, okay, so we're talking about making the defenders move. This guy now is going back. This guard on this wing, what if he moves over into a space like this? Now you have a kick across the court for a wide open three. So you look at how much the defenders have moved, and we haven't really moved that much. What moved though? The ball. The ball moved, and you guys looked in open spaces to find open teammates. That's all. So as you guys are making this move, and I'm recording this right now because I'm going to send it to Coach Sims because I want the team to see this. I know he knows that. He's the coach. He knows this stuff. This is pretty basic. But you guys haven't learned it because you got what, 1.5 practices? So you guys haven't really had a ton of time to work, which is what Coach pointed out in the game. He doesn't expect you guys to be perfect. He wants you to learn, and he wants you to get better at things you haven't really done before. You haven't really played the top as much. Stone hasn't played much down there. So maybe there's a great opportunity to do that so that you can be better at that when Coach says, hey, I got to play you both. I'm going to put you at the top, and I'm going to put Stone down there, or another player down there. Caden's going to go down there. Whatever. So that's just the basic, the one basic thing I wanted to say about that. So now let's go back into the 2-3. Move him over, move him down. And you can move back up to the top, sorry. Thank you. Okay. So I don't know what the rules are of what Coach wants you to do on offense as the big at the top. There's no reason, though, that you can't use your long, big frame to bump into these guys, right? The one guard, the one that kept yelling on Thursday, was it number 3, I think, for the other team? You keep getting in his way and just making him have to go around you. That's going to start to tire him out. But the other thing it's doing is it's forcing him, it's getting him, 1, frustrated, but 2, the kid was like this tall, right? So let's just say, worst case scenario, the ball goes to Stone on the wing. Okay, back to the same thing we said. This is that number 3 kid, right? And now he's on your hip, okay? So Stormy, come right here. He was about her height, okay? So I want you to come stand here. She's behind you, or that kid's behind you. Put your hand up right here like this, okay? Throw it and stop. Throw it and catch it and stop, okay? What can he, I'm saying he, obviously it's she, what could that player have done to block your shot or to stop you from shooting in this moment? That's the only thing he can do. He's got to go around you or he's got to follow you. My point is, this is the height difference that you guys had. So that's why when you caught it, it would be like you and me playing here, right? So I catch it here like this. How are you going to stop me from scoring? The only way you can stop me is two ways. You can either follow me or get around me and hope that I just shot from here. I don't know. Like this shot here, you can't get to this shot unless you go over my head and hit me in the back of the head because you're shorter. It's different though. If I'm bigger, I can reach over and block your shot without following you. It's a lot harder if I'm smaller to go over your shoulders to get to that ball, okay? So the point I'm making is as Stone, you can both back up just for a second. So as Stone throws this to my hand, I want to be moving into that open space to shoot. Because what's going to happen is as this ball comes here, I don't know if Caden or Patrick or who's running the baseline, but as I catch, these defenders have to honor the fact that I have the ball right in the middle of the paint. First look is a bucket. Score all day long. Whether you take one dribble and score, or whether you shoot it, or you make a good pass to the baseline into the short corner. But this catch, throwing it here, if this guy's on me here, to my hand here, and then making a decision, versus going like this and watching my space, right? I'm constantly looking, oh, he's down there. So when I put my hand up and Stone throws it, I can get into that space. I own it, and I just created separation from that defender. No way he's getting back. Now we're playing downhill. Hoop right here. That's being aggressive versus standing and catching it, back up just a little bit, and doing this. I got to get rid of it. I got to get rid of it, right? You got to work, and everybody, the whole team does, we have to work on being more aggressive and attacking because you got a really good coach that wants you to do that. Some coaches want to be more, let's be soft. Let's just move the ball around and hopefully we'll get something. He's like, if you got an open shot, shoot it. I mean, this is like a green light all day long to go score buckets, right? So use that as an opportunity to catch it in space, not because you're just blindly running and hoping that there's nobody there. I know because I've sealed this guy off. He's fighting now to get over, right? Because the ball goes there. Go ahead and throw it there. You're open now. You're the next pass for him. He can't throw it there because there's nobody over there. So this defender is trying to get around me to get here to stop you. So that means he's trying to go that way and I'm trying to go that way. So we're going in opposite directions. So as the ball is now thrown, I can get into this open space. Big comes up. Stormy, go down here. Big comes up to help. Back up just a little bit. So as Stone catch it, or as I catch it from Stone, I catch, he's up guarding me. I either dribble and go by, or I can make that pass around him to whoever's running the baseline. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I know it doesn't make sense. I'll help you out soon enough. Does it make sense a little bit? Okay, all right. Now, more importantly, what did you feel in that moment in the game as you were catching it and throwing it, or you were catching and scoring and doing everything you were doing? What did you feel was open or not open? And what did you, because again, I don't know what you thought. Maybe you thought, it's very easy for somebody, do you know what the expression Monday morning quarterback means? You ever heard that expression? Right, so the idea of Monday morning quarterback is it's really easy for us to sit on Monday and talk about what the quarterback should have done the day before on Sunday and say, he should have done that, he's terrible. Well, right, it's easy because we're sitting at home, we have game film, we're watching the film, we can go back and rewind and go, see, he should have done that. I could have done that. Like, no, he doesn't, you don't know what he saw. He steps back to throw, he didn't see the safety going that way because the linebacker was in the way. Or whatever, or he had to spin back, right? Or he had to do something and turn his head away, didn't see the safety, and he went to throw it, and it got intercepted. Well, Monday morning quarterback's going to say, the safety's moving over there, that's a terrible play. Well, maybe it was 3rd and 20, and they were on the line of whether or not they were going to go for it on 4th down or punt, so the interception ended up being a punt anyway, so it didn't really matter. Like we don't know because we're not smart enough as a Monday morning quarterback. So all I'm saying is it's easy for me to sit on the sideline after having played all my life, I could say, oh, I would have done this, or oh, he should have done this. No. What did you feel? Like, either one of you, like, were there opportunities that you guys either didn't capitalize on, or after the fact you're like, oh man, I really should have done that? Like, okay, so they were trying to throw it to the short corner when it wasn't open, when the wings were open, and we weren't getting it to the wings for to try and score. Okay, fair. Anything? Yeah. So again, you go be the big in the middle for a second. Okay. And I'm just your peer. I'm not an older adult that played basketball. Like I'm not this better talent than you. We're just equals on the court right now. Okay. Actually, no. I am. I am Michael Jordan. Okay. Go with it. Go with me for a second. Okay. So if I'm Jordan, he's probably a bad example, but I'm gonna use him anyway. How much of a threat am I if I'm facing that way? Okay, so Stone throws it to me from there, wherever you throw it to me, it's fine. I catch it. Am I a threat at all? Do you have to guard me? No. Michael Jordan, you probably still got to go up and guard it because they probably shoot some sort of fadeaway, and you'll be like, oh, that was ridiculous, right? So you don't really have to do anything, okay? I catch it here, my back can't score. This is the only thing that can score. And the rule is you always want to keep the ball when you're playing defense. You want to stay between the ball and your man, right? You always want to be in the middle there as you're rotating to midline. I always say it's ball you man or ball you girl. So as I catch here, not a threat. I would say it's like a green level threat. Okay. What if I catch it like this? Am I more of a threat or am I less of a threat? More. Okay, so let's call that yellow. Okay. So what if I catch it here? What can I do now that I couldn't do before? I can turn, but I still have to make a move, right? So I'd call that like an orange level. Like, hey man, we're getting really close to this being pretty serious. He can score in this move. He can do one little thing, and he's in a position to score. What if I catch it, move over there just a little bit, and throw it to my hand, right? So what if I catch it like this? It's red. I can do anything on the court. I can pass, I can shoot, I can dribble, I can do it all. And the action is all happening at the most important thing, which is that rim. Okay? So understand the difference. I'm never guarding you if you're turning like this. As a defender, not going to do it. I played in a conference called the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference in college. So mid-major D1 school. This circle, usually on a college court, in most high school courts, there's a dotted line that completes the circle all the way around. Okay, it's one big circle. This is a dotted line in here, and the conference is spelled out across the court in that dotted line. So it's MAAC, MAC. Is what we call it. That was the conference. If I was guarding a big, because I'm only 6'6", 6'7", as the kids say. So I'm 6'7". I'm guarding a 7-footer who can't shoot. Why in the world would I guard a 7-footer if he's all the way out here? So what we used to do is we used to play what's called MAC defense. The word MAC is right there on the court. So we would stand I wouldn't guard. There's no reason to guard. But if the coach on the other team was smart, he would want to do a DHO or some sort of dribble handoff or some sort of pick and roll. Well, I can tell you that if I'm playing MAC defense and I throw the ball to Stone and then I go set a screen, you better get your butt up here to play defense because what's the first thing you got to do is I'm going to set a screen here. What should you be doing? That's your teammate right there. That's your teammate, right? That's my teammate. What I want you to say it. Tell him it's a screen, right? Screen left, screen left, screen left. Okay? Happened a couple times. They were setting these really weird like back screens, and Back screens are really dangerous because if I'm running or if I'm backpedaling and we're coming down the court, I'm playing defense as we're going this way, and I get hit with a screen and you don't tell me as my teammate, and that next time out, I'm going to walk up and probably grab you and say, you better call out that screen. Am I being a jerk by saying that? Why am I telling him that? One, I don't want to hurt the team, but I don't want to get hurt. That's called holding your teammates accountable. I'm holding him accountable, literally holding him accountable. I'm holding him accountable not only for me and the protection of me, but also for my team. And what if I'm one of the best players, and now he doesn't call out a screen, and I get hurt and I'm out for the rest of the game? What if instead of Haliburton getting hurt in Game 7, okay? It's Game 7. Haliburton didn't get hurt like that. What if Haliburton was guarding Shea on the wing, and Pascal Siakam doesn't call the screen out, and he gets blitzed by a screen and gets a concussion? He's out for the game. That's bad. Like, that is, so those are the controllables, right? We can control those things. Talking to your teammates is one thing you can control. I can control how much I cheer for my team. When I have a jacked up foot and I'm on the sideline, I'm still screaming for my team. I'm still holding the team together with my effort and my spirit. These things are things you can control. Free throws, your conditioning. These are all things you can control. Yeah, we miss free throws. It happens. Nobody's 100% sure all the time. But this is something very easy that you can control. So if we were playing man-to-man, obviously this is zone. The only reason why I started to talk about this was the whole point of communicating is if you're playing MAC defense on me, or Big East defense, or ACC defense, whatever it is, whatever league you're playing in, or it's Patriot High School defense, whatever, right? Battlefield High School defense. If I can't shoot and you're playing defense there, but I throw the ball and I go to set a screen, you got to close the gap and guard me. So I go back now to what we were saying before, right? We have our green, yellow, orange, red, right? Like red, I better do something. Orange means I got to do one more thing, right? I can still pass. I have a little more option for passing. But here, now I can see that Stormy's open on the baseline. I can shoot or I can dribble. So I want you to be in red as much as possible. Or you could flip-flop it and say, I want to be in green because green means go. I'm more saying it from the defender side. The defender is like, high alert, this guy's going to be able to shoot, score, and do all these things, versus if I'm just looking at the back of his head. Make sense? Yeah? So when you catch it on these, and we're going to practice these here in a minute, obviously it's important to seal, right? What's more important, though, is to see the court, right? When we don't know something and we're a little confused or we're tired, we get tunnel vision. And we only start to see our own space and we're like, okay, I got to work. I don't want to mess this up, right? I'm guilty of it. We're all guilty of it. In the game, we're like, oh man, this is so like, I gotta make sure I do this right. But in reality, all you have to do is open that aperture of the camera, right? And that lens to be able to see more of the court. So now, as I know this guy has, for 3 times in a row, we've come down the court, this defender does the same exact thing. Probably because at this level, he's not very good and doesn't know he can change up the way he does it. So he, every single time, goes over the top to get around me. Okay, well, what does that tell me? That tells me that I know where he's going to be, which is here. But if I just take a second, right? Because when you're resting, you should rest on offense, right? It's okay, you can go. You want to rest on offense. So I can stand here like this for just a second. I can go, okay, see where everybody is. We're playing, right? Okay. I see he moves over. I see this, okay. Now maybe I get him over here one time, or he's playing on this side, and I don't go there. I wait for the reverse pass. So now Stone, come over here. The ball goes from there over to here. And now I set a screen here, right? Because he's been fighting over, use his ability or use his hard work against him. And now I've caught him offside, or I caught him leaning this way. He turns, you're in zone, so there's probably nobody up here to call the screen out. Boom! He gets hit with a screen. Okay? It's a legal screen. Make sure it's a legal screen. You set the screen. Now Stone's got action going, right? We're moving the ball. Who's guarding him now? Nobody. Somebody's got to step up. Maybe you have Caden or somebody, I don't know everybody's name, sorry. I don't know everybody's name on the court. So maybe you have somebody running baseline, and now Marvin's got a wide open three, or a wide open dribble move, or whatever. James has got to score, whoever it is, right? You're attacking and you're going downhill at the rim. This is like high alert red, right? I just hit this guy. He can't get through. He's probably going to come running back to help. He's going to be fighting to get over it. But now we got all this action going at the rim. Okay? Again, I'm not telling you how to run an offense. All I'm telling you to do is to be in an aggressive stance and be that red alert that the defenders are like, holy crap, they're coming down the court and they are trying to score every time. Not standing up here like this. Go there. Go there, Everett. Go on the wing. Okay? And just going like this. Not gonna do anything. Come a little closer because we got way too much space. What I'm saying is what you guys, or what was happening on Thursday, is these quick passes are great, but the defenders aren't moving. If we both take, or all three of us take a step or two back, and we spread out just a little bit, now when we go to make these passes, and now as we go to catch, the defender has no choice to go guard you. As he moves all the way over there, now it opens up space for me. So now as the pass comes, outside hand, we're always throwing to the outside hand. As we catch it and we rip, now that fast pass back across is what Coach was talking about. Now we're making the defenders move back and forth. Does that make sense? Good? All right. Let's do, we're gonna work on doing some catching and shooting off the zone.